Hey guys, this is Mark Goldberg from Mark Vlogs Watches with another exciting episode for you today on this glorious green, bright, sunshiny day. In fact, I think we should get the quick fist watch check out of the way and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of this video. And here it is, quick fist watch check. Today, of course, can you see it? Is it glowing? Gosh, it's a little hard to find the right angle. See, this is proof, guys, that the Hulk in certain light looks dark. And so then, under fluorescent lights, yes, you can wear it to the office with formal attire. But when you wear it to the beach and you get out into that direct sunshine, this is what happens. It's just an incredible watch. I enjoy it so much. And there's a reason that I'm wearing this watch actually too. We're going to do some viewer mail today. We have a couple of questions to answer. But to be quite frank, I've kind of reliving my second honeymoon with this Hulk and I can't seem to take it off. So I'm wearing it a whole lot anyway. But that's why it was timely for me to get the following piece of viewer mail from Rick. And Rick says, Mark, I have been watching your videos for a couple of years now, and I wanted to say I really enjoy them. Love the energy that you bring to YouTube. Thank you, Rick. I wanted to get your opinion. I myself am also a Rolex fanboy, I guess you could say. I have been going back and forth on if I should get a Hulk now or wait and get a new Submariner when they finally decide to release it. I have a good relationship with my AD, having purchased 3 of my Rolexes with them thus far in the past year or two. He bought a Datejust 36 in 2020, an Explorer, he didn't say which one, and a Batgirl. So that's a rare watch. His AD must indeed like him. Rick goes on and concludes, but from what I have been told, they haven't really been receiving many green subs as of late. I guess the question is, should I pick one up gray market at a premium, or should I just wait for the new updated sub and get it at retail? I have a lot of thoughts. First, it's interesting, Rick calls the Hulk a green sub, which is very much what the authorized dealers call them. You call your AD and say Hulk, and bam, instantaneously they know you're a collector because that is a collector term. Rolex and the authorized dealers and the reps and all, they don't so much approve of our collector language, so they are a lot more likely to call it a green sub or a lunette verte, green bezel. Okay, so Rick, what should you do? I've made a couple of videos about this already, so I'm going to link them into the description of this video so you can get a more thorough thought pattern from me out of this. But what I'm going to say is, the Hulk, yeah. Put yourself on the wait list for the Hulk and hope that your authorized dealer gets one and likes you. And I think they do like you. So you bet, put yourself on the wait list immediately for a Hulk. And here is the reason why. Although Rolex is slated to make improvements to the Submariner, I made a video on that as well, and I will link that also in the description. The last time they changed the Submariner, it took this form, and it was like, I don't even remember the year. Help me out in the comments, guys. Was it 2010? Something like that. I don't know, long time ago. They have made the current iteration of the Black Submariner for at least 10 years. And when they make this new improvement to the Submariner, which will be to say that they're going to put the 3.2-3.5 movement in it with a longer power reserve, and they're going to marginally slim down the lugs a little bit to make the super case into the not so super case. When they do that, they're going to make that watch forever, like for a decade, so you will have plenty of time to acquire one. But the Hulk, according to my inside source, Moneypenny, is slated to be discontinued somewhere in the next 12 months from now, and this is June 2020. So somewhere in 2021, we don't know if it'll be the beginning of the year or the middle of the year. This thing is supposed to go away, and that may be why your authorized dealer isn't seeing a lot of them, but you don't know. They may have one in the safe, and you should ask. They may have one on reserve for a good customer. When this thing goes discontinued, you will not be able to purchase it from an authorized dealer at MSRP, the way you have purchased your Batgirl, for example, and the way I purchased this from James & Sons in Orland Park, Illinois. Shameless plug, but I love these guys. They treat me nice, and they will treat you nice too, by the way. So if you want, call over there. They are open now. You talk to Brian. I can't promise you that they're going to have the watch in stock immediately that you want, but they take us collectors seriously over there. And more than, at least 3 or 4 of my subscribers have called me after talking to Brian and got hooked up with a watch. I mean, a Rolex, so worth a shot. Anyway, guys, look, This thing is not long for this world, and therefore it is going to shoot up in price the second it gets discontinued. I'm gonna real quick give you the thinking pattern on that. Right now, because pandemic and economy and blah, blah, the price of this watch dipped from its high of like 15, 16, and it dipped down to around 13. Now it's noodled back up to around 13.5. So you can get this gray market 13.5, and what is it? It's like $9,500-ish dollars if you get it, $9,050, something very close to that. I'll put it here. If you get it from your authorized dealer, if you're lucky enough to be able to do that. So, you know, there is a premium on it. By the time you pay tax at an authorized dealer, you're out the door for around 10. If you pay 13.5 for it, gray market or used, yeah, you've paid a premium of about $3,500, but that premium is going to swell a whole lot. When this gets discontinued, the price is going to shoot up to like 17, 18, and it'll hover there for a few months, and then it'll drop back down to, I don't know, you know, this is guesswork on my part, but it's based on what happened to the Batman when the Batgirl came out, and the Batman was discontinued. So then it'll drop back down to, I don't know, 15, 16, but that's going to be a premium of 5 or 6 instead of around 3, which it is now. So basically, talk to your authorized dealer and see if you can get one of these right now or soon, at least and if you haven't managed to acquire one by putting yourself on the wait list with your authorized dealer, if you don't have it by New Year's Eve, then January 2nd, 2021, buy at gray market. That's exactly what I would do. I hope that information was helpful to you. We have another question here, and this will be kind of a quickie, but it is from Rob. Rob says, hope all is well, Mark. Eventual first-time Rolex buying noob here. I'm on David SW's site. David SW is a trusted source. You know, he's a used watch dealer with a website, and usually has good inventory and reasonably solid pricing as far as I can tell. And people who have dealt with him like him. I'm on David SW's site checking out Rolexes, and I keep coming across many without the booklet. Now, before I go a whole lot further with Rob's question about the booklet, when buying a used Rolex, if you're really knowledgeable, you can buy on eBay. I've made videos on that. Look for them. It's a safe place to buy if you're a knowledgeable buyer. But if you're not a knowledgeable buyer, then you want to buy from a trusted source where you might pay a little bit more than if you were purchasing directly from a collector on eBay who's just like dumping out of a watch that he doesn't want anymore. You might pay a little bit more to buy from somebody like David SW, but your purchase is safe, right? So aren't you better off paying 6 or 7% more and knowing that you have like bona fide, problem-free Rolex from a trusted source? So guys that I like in this category include David SW, Del Rey Watches, Federico, and John over at delreywatches.com. And then there's also Kenny Nguyen at Jewelers on Time, CRM Jewelers, who I've purchased from. So most of these guys I've purchased watches from before, and I trust them, and I think you can too. Anyway, back to Bob. Bob says, I keep coming across these watches that don't include the booklet. So what's the deal with that? How hard is it to obtain the booklet afterwards, and should I pick one of these up? And he used as an example a link over there at David SW to a Milgauss, a blue Milgauss. Now the problem is I went to look at that link and that Milgauss was gone from the site, which means that it has been sold. So I will address the topic now globally for all Rolex watches, especially steel sports. The booklet doesn't matter much. The booklet barely counts for anything. What the booklet is, guys, is it's a little booklet, about this big, that essentially tells you how to wind a watch. I mean, it's nice to have that, but it's useless. The stuff that comes with what we call full kit or complete set would be the Rolex presentation box. That's in green vinyl that's made to look like leather with a wavy top. That's the modern one. So it would be the green Rolex box. That usually has an outer cardboard sleeve. If you can get that, fine. But most people aren't going to care about that too much. You at least want, that green Rolex box. And then, it's not a sleeve. It's an outer box that goes on top of it. While that outer box is nice to have, it's cardboard, and there's really no price differential for if you have it or if you don't have it. Just collectors, we're crazy. We love to have every little bit and piece. Inside the cardboard box is the Rolex green presentation box, and then inside that is going to be your watch, And here are the things that are nice to have. When the dealer peels the stickers off for me, I ask him to give me the stickers, you know, because if I can get them, I'll put them in the box to just save them for later. Yeah, I mean, you can never put them back on again. That'll never look right. But it's just sentimental. I want to have, it's like saving the umbilical cord from your baby. Okay, so I want the hang tag. I want, like, literally the receipt. I want the shopping bag. I want the paper. Now, what we call box and papers. I talked to you about the box. Papers used to be paper. It used to be a Rolex paper that was kind of green and it looked like a certificate, had hole punches in it. Today, it looks just like a credit card. The paper is a credit card and it is the warranty. It will have the name of the original purchaser of the watch, the name of the authorized dealer where he bought that watch, the date, and the serial number and model of the watch. That's the big deal. A booklet for almost any kind of Rolex watch that you might want. You can either pick one up from your authorized dealer, you know, if they're feeling in a good mood, they'll just give you one. David SW or all those guys that I mentioned earlier, if you're in good with one of them, if you've made a purchase and you really care about that little booklet, they can probably find you one. Most of those are available on eBay for in the $25 or $30 range, so they're super easy to get. A box, you could, you know, the average Rolex box, you can get for anywhere between $100 and $150 on eBay. So people really want the box, I get that. But I don't care too much when buying a watch whether it has the box. If it does, great. I don't care about the booklet. If it does, great. What I care about is the paper. I want that card because there is only one, there will only ever be one. That is the paper. So if I have the Rolex warranty card and then I want to assemble a full kit, then I can go out and purchase, you know, for $100+ I can go get the box and the booklet, and now I have a full complete set. So don't worry about that booklet. Worry about the box a little, worry about the paper a lot. Guys, tell me what you think about my advice that I've given here to Rob and Rick about the Hulk and the booklet thing. Let's talk about this in the comments. If you've got questions for me, I'll throw my email address in the description. Let's talk about this again. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, send me your questions. I do it for free because I care. Mark Goldberg, peace out.